Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Los Angeles Rams and some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the Philadelphia Eagles. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
Goff's pass.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for Week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in Week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it. Colin Kaepernick. On the stop was Aaron Donald. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now McCoy. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On the return, Williams. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Rams nothing.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now McCoy. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LaShawn McCoy ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run.
Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LaShawn McCoy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LaShawn McCoy on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
57's mine. Here we go, D.
From the 50, it's gone. He'll drop this down to Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. 20.
Bring it!
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Touchdown.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So we've hit half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Pass midfield, look out. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
One thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
Here now, a look at LaShawn McCoy. And these are the games hitting.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So they start the second half with a carry by McCoy.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now we have Kelsey, slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up.
Here we go.
Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run.
Kicking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. The throw to the left side caught by Coleman. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
And that decision's only going to wind up costing him a yard or two as he's tackled just shy of the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing one. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. And when it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for two. They'll turn to Sanders. They'll try and run it here.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Intended for
Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
To throw is Bankert.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down and 10.
Bankert to throw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Right back to Sanders on 1st down.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard. Brings up.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, Wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
They'll turn to Sanders. They're going to try and run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Williams now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.